What's up, internet? Robert Teagarden here with a Teagarden tech review. Another one. I am milking the shit out of this Leafboard thing, and today I'm here putting Shredlights on my Leafboard. So here's the deal. I didn't think I needed these things, but with the daylight savings change, I'm starting to ride a lot more in the dark. And there's a lot of feels when you can't really see exactly what's in front of you, and you don't know exactly when you need to lift the board up and if there are any cracks or anything like that. You're not the same, free-flowing guy riding a board when you just can't see it. So I saw a couple other people on the Leafboard forum had purchased these Shredlights. They're obviously a cool thing. They do a lot of work with Boosted and a couple other companies as well. So I figured, screw it, I'll pick up a set and I'll throw them on the Leafboard and see how I like them. So today I'm installing them. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it, how easy it was to do it, and then we're gonna take them out tonight for a little test run, and we're gonna see if it makes a difference, or if I just wipe my ass with 40 bucks. So I purchased the ESK8 headlights, or the Escape headlights, or E-Skate headlights, Shredlights. I don't really know how you're pronouncing this, so I just gave every variation I can think of. They say that they're water resistant, and they came in a little, tiny little envelope. And here's what I got inside. Dump out the bag, and we have two little smaller bags. The first bag is filled with some cool stuff. You get 2 stickers, always a plus. You also get the brackets. Now I ordered the standard bracket for this. They do have some different types of bracketing, but the standard one worked just fine. So if you're watching this, you're wondering which one do I get the standard bracket for the Leafboard. It also came with this cool charging cable, which is USB to micro USB, but the cool thing is that it pigtails and you get 2 micro USB out of 1 USB cable, so you can charge both lights with one plug, one like brick, the little iPhone brick thing. Damn it, my phone's still on. So that's the first bag. You get stickers, you get the plug, you get the brackets. Next bag are the lights themselves. They're a lot smaller than I thought they would be, but I guess that makes sense. You don't want these things to be giant or protruding or anything like that. So get the 2 lights here. They feel relatively great in construction. The rubbery coating is what I'm assuming is the water resistant part of it. And that's pretty much it. You just get some standard stuff. It's a small package, not much of an unboxing. One complaint that I have about Shredlights is that I couldn't find any place that indicated the type of lumens that I would be getting with this. For the uninitiated, lumens is just basically a measurement of how bright this particular light would be. It's an LED light for sure, but I couldn't find any indication of how bright it's gonna get. How many lumens? Shredlights, how many lumens? So if you're watching this, or you're looking on the website, or you're looking in the instruction manual, or any of that type of stuff for lumens, stop. I didn't see it unless I'm just not all there today. If you guys found it, I'd love to hear what it is in the comments below, so drop a comment and let me know where you found that information, because I'm searching the website, searching the manual, I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. On to the installation. Installation's actually really easy. I've seen a couple people on the Leafboard forum try to figure out how to install these things without removing the grip tape. They couldn't do it, and so they took the grip tape off. I did not want to do that at all, so this is what I did. I took a magnet. I took my Phillips head screwdriver. I located approximately where the screw head would be, and then I just fiddled around and tried to find the Phillips head of the screw by jamming my screwdriver inside these things. Eventually I found all 4. I suggest you do the same. That eliminated me having the need to peel back the grip tape to do it. If you don't peel back the grip tape, if you don't figure out where the holes are, you're just gonna be spinning the nut of these mounting screws for the trucks aimlessly, because the screw head's just gonna spin on the top. So you have to find it in order to install these things, but that's the way I did it. I didn't have to remove grip tape. I found the heads and I was able to install these things. Next thing, you get a socket, or you can get an adjustable wrench or a pair of pliers. The socket's 3/8. I used a 1/4" drive with a little extension, and here I go. First thing you gotta do is take off the nut for both sides, and it's a pretty simple process, but then after you're done, you can just slide the bracket. You don't need to take the truck off or anything like that. You just slide the bracket onto those screws, put the nuts back in, and you're good to go. Okay? You want to make sure that when you're installing it, there's this little arrow on the front. You want to install that arrow going forward towards the front of the board. And the other little thing that I would say is as you're installing these things, at least for the Leafboard, there are 2 front mounting holes. You want to use this one. That's the one that worked perfect for the spacing on these particular trucks. So that's it. I mean, an installation's pretty damn easy. It comes with this manual and you can look to see which type of board setup that you have and what's the appropriate installation for that one. But this one, it's kind of a no-brainer for me to put this thing together. The one place I did have to look at the manual is this next step, which is actually attaching the lights. Now, if you can see on the bracket, this little piece right here is where you're supposed to slide the rubber casing of these lights on to the bracket itself. When I first started to play with this thing, it seemed like it was just too short, but I knew I just had to stretch it across. Now the instructions tell you to put the front on first and then stretch the back over the back tab. I didn't find much success with that, so here's what I did. I put the front on first, that part still worked for me fine, and then I went up on top of the bracket, on the side of the bracket, and then pushed down, which I guess would be in towards the middle of the trucks, okay? So I went onto the bracket and then pushed down from the side, not up from the bottom of the bracket. Down from the side, not up from the bottom. So that's how I installed these things. It actually went pretty easy. Did it on both sides once I figured out that little trick, which now you guys know. It went relatively quickly, okay? So now these things are on, I think they look pretty cool, like a nice little beefy adjustment to the bottom of the way that this board looks, and I'm really happy with that. The other thing is once I shut off the lights, I turned off the blinds just to see how bright does it actually go, and it gives off some light. It's definitely, I feel as though I'm going to be able to see things in the road at least with enough time to get prepared. But I won't be able to really test that until later on tonight, which is what I have to wait for because it's still sunny outside. I don't know where that accent came from. And so now I just gotta wait. So cue time lapse now. All right guys, it is clearly nighttime and underneath the street light right now. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna turn on the Shredlights and I'm gonna go to find some dark streets and see how big of a difference this thing actually makes. Let's get it started. Reaching underneath Shredlight number 1, turning that thing on there. Here is Shredlight number 2. And we can see, I mean, it's definitely lighting up the street a bit, right? It doesn't cast a huge arc. If I pull back a little bit, you can kind of see just how far of a throw that light particularly has. But you know, it doesn't need to be super far, just enough that we can see it. So let's see what a difference it makes while riding. All right, so here we go. We're riding around a little bit. It's cool to say the least. Just don't know how far I'm actually seeing here. All right, guys, I'm giving it a push through one of the darkest streets on my neighborhood. And I'm hauling through. It's lighting the way a little bit. I honestly wish it was a little bit brighter. But I'm seeing some type of illumination for about maybe 6, 8 feet in front of me. Different point of view. This is from my chest as I'm riding here, and at this point I'll kind of angle it down just a little bit. It's not the most compelling composition from a camera position, but I don't think that you can actually see the lights in frame at all. Kind of gives you some perspective as to what I'm seeing when I'm riding, as to how far out I'm looking. And take this curve and go down the street a little bit more, then I'll give my final summation. Yeah, I went through that little gutter there. I could definitely see the gutter. All right, guys, so I gotta say, I'm not overly impressed with the throw of light. I don't know about you, but when I'm riding, I generally have a field of view that's a good 25 to 30 feet in front of me so that I can have time to react. I mean, if I see something in the street, you know, a curb or a stick or something like that, I want to be able to make some type of choice and either pop off, or a worst case scenario, you know, get up and run off of this board because there's going to be a problem. It just doesn't give you that far of a field of view. It does, if I'm looking down, I can see contours in the road and I can see things in front of me, but it's really only about a 6-foot throw of light that I have, and I just don't think that that's enough time to make a decision and react in a timely fashion. I mean, maybe it is for someone out there that's much younger and has incredible reflexes, but a guy in his mid-30s, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have that type of reaction time as to what I'm talking about. So, is it a waste of money? No, it definitely throws some light. Is it exactly what I wanted in terms of, you know, being able to light up an entire street so I can see all the contours and danger in front of me as I'm riding? No, it doesn't give me that. But for 40 bucks, you know, I think it's worth a try. The novelty of it is pretty cool. You can definitely set on the flashing and kind of get yourself to be a lot more visible to other cars, which is definitely a plus and something that's really important. So in that aspect, it definitely has something going for it. But you know, what I say, definitely a must-have on a board like this, and it solves a lot of problems for night riding. Definitely not. I'll tell you what it is great for though, underlighting your shot when you're giving your conclusion on whether or not you should buy some Shredlights for your electric skateboard. I'll see you guys back at the house. All right, guys, that's it. Another Teegarden Tech review. I think I like that. I think that alliteration works well. I'm gonna start using it. Teegarden Tech review in the books. If you liked this video, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you think that you love this video and you want to see more of my content, maybe consider subscribing. Maybe. I put out content on a wide variety of subjects on a pretty regular basis, at least a couple times a week. So if this is something you dig, I would love for you to join the Teegarden family and kind of see what we're always up to. But that's really all I got. Shredlights on a Leafboard. You saw my conclusion, and this is it. Teegarden, over and out. Bye.